The story starts and a boy is seen, who is staring at a costly dress, standing out of a shop. He is feeling excitement. He goes to a wealthy man along with his father. That little boy's name is revealed here. His name is P.T. Barnum. In fact, his father was the tailor of his family, and he had come here for this purpose. P.T. Barnum meets of that wealthy man's daughter named Charity. Charity smiles, seeing Barnum, and they become friends within a time. They become intimated because of being age fellow, and they grow up together. And they begin to like each other, but this is disliked by Charity's father. So he admits his daughter in the boarding school. They used to write the letters to each other during this time period. It means as they were in contact with each other in spite of distances. After this, it is seen that great time is past where they had grown up. Barnum goes to Charity's house with the aim to propose her, where Charity's father gives Charity's responsibility to Barnum reluctantly. He also says to him with this that my daughter cannot ever lead a happy life with you. Just wait and watch. She will surely return to her house after being disturbed. After this, it is seen that they are very excited with each other. And they soon are wedded, and they move to New York after marriage. And they have the birth of 2 female babies. Now Barnum was so happy here, because he had everything which he wished. As house, 2 daughters and an ideal wife. But Barnum always faced the poor financial condition. But he had big dreams. He always wanted to award such a future to his wife and daughters, which Barnum wished but he did not get. He struggles too hard with this thought. In the next scene, the company where Barnum used to serve, it is bankrupted, so Barnum returns to the house as being disillusioned. He shares it with his wife Charity, where she consoles her too much. And she encourages him to not be worried. Barnum has some documents of his previous company. He mortgages it. He opens a museum in a town later. So he initiates a new type of the business. There are different puppets made of wax. Barnum happily and hopefully sells the ticket of that place. And his family also cooperates him by heart of doing so. Unfortunately, no one comes to visit there, and his no ticket is sold. Being disappointed, he comes back to home at night, where his kids present an idea to him saying, "Why may the living being bring there? That is also liked by the people, and they also come to see it. Why will anyone come to see the puppets made of wax?" Hearing it, Barnum is also indulged in his deep thought. And he gathers some of the people who are odd, which may become the focus of people's attraction. These odd people included a girl with beard, hairy man, giant man, a man of obesity, and such a man whose whole body was carved with tattoos. Barnum makes all of them the part of his group. He makes his museum posters everywhere. People also come to have a sight of them. At the first sight, their museum is overcrowded. And their financial condition gets better. It means that they had not the lack of money now. Their museum show becomes so famous. They get much popularity. But there was a little trouble with this. That a famous critic writes a harsh criticism about them. Some people of community begin to show their anger towards them. And they say, "You don't deserve to live in a community. You are wrongdoers." And they have to hear many harsh words like this. They don't get any loss by this, but only advantage. In spite of this blunt criticism, their museum still remains overcrowded. Their show is liked by everyone, and people come to see this from the remote areas. Being inspired from this article, he changes his museum name from Barnum American Museum to Barnum Circus. Later, he purchases a villa where he with Charity used to visit in the childhood. And they used to have the high dreams. Even he had everything now. Barnum also begins to fulfill the wishes of his daughters here. It means that he gifts his daughter a pair of shoes. And he also admits her in a dance school. But her friends don't talk with Barnum's daughter nicely there because of Barnum's reputation. So she becomes so upset because of this. Due to this, Barnum and Charity make her understand. Barnum meets with a famous writer named Philip on the coming day. And he offers Philip to be a part of his group. Philip rejects his offer directly. But he is convinced later after a great insistence of Barnum. Their rivals were increasing in numbers as they were getting the popularity. Due to this, the commotion was normal out of their museum. After it, Philip meets an American female artist. When he sees him at the first time, then he begins to like her at the first rhyme. But he remains unable to say to her that he likes her. Then Philip arranges their circus show for Queen Victoria wisely. Due to this, all members of their circus are excited. Because they were going to step the stairs of the popularity. The rivals dumb their tongues if their show became successful at once. They go to meet Queen with this hope where Queen likes their nature so much. Because they were all jolly. And they also meet a female singer here. Barnum knows that she is very renowned singer. And all show tickets are sold out which show she attended. This is the cause that Barnum offers her to be a part of his group. So this singer may make his show more famous. And he also leads this singer to America with him. And he arranges her big show there where the wealthiest and renowned personalities have come. It means, this show remains so successful. Where all spectators listen that singer's song in excitement. Barnum gets so excited, witnessing this. Their show becomes overcrowded. And the whole circus is echoing with applause. Now the party is arranged on the success of show. Charity's parents also visit there. But Barnum gets them out after insulting. Now Barnum's old companions of circus also visit here. But Barnum does not allow them to come in and he sends them out while excusing. But they enter by another door and express their rage before everyone. All guests are left astonished, glimpsing them. Later, Barnum hits upon an idea, ending his everything. He decides to arrange the show throughout the world with that female singer. But Philip forbids him to do this and he says to him while explaining, "Don't do this. It is madness. We can also attain all those things even staying here, which we have dreamed." Philip convinces him a lot but Barnum does not give his ear to him. After this, Philip and that artist go to watch a movie. Where Philip's parents witness them together. So they humiliate that artist badly. So she leaves from there, showing her aggressiveness. Where Philip goes after her to reconcile her and expresses his feelings to her here. "It means that I have affections for you. And I am intended to marry you." But that artist rejects his proposal saying, "It cannot be happen as you are thinking. Because this society will never accept us." Even Philip tries to agree her too much, but that artist ignores him. On the other side, Barnum leaves away with that singer to US. Whereas, his wife forbids him of doing so. She says, "Why are you doing as such? We have everything what we wished. We are so satisfied." But Barnum was overambitious to become a big man. So he does not give value to a single word of Charity. And he leaves away. Now Charity is left alone with her daughters after his departure. Where Charity used to spend all her time with her daughters. Barnum and that singer had developed a close bond between each other during the tour. That singer had started to like him. But Barnum forbids her to have any affair with her. That singer is grieved, hearing his rejection. And she says to her as being angry, "I will not work with you. And this show will be last one which I hold with you." Now it is seen in that show that Barnum and that singer come close with each other mistakenly. And this news is printed on the newspaper with his photo. There is held a dispute on an issue between circus members and the local public. And they set the circus on fire in rage. And Barnum also reaches there at the same time. He gets upset, witnessing the whole scenario. So he runs to circus. Now all members had come out of the circus except that female artist. Philip's friend. So Philip jumps into the fire without any consideration. But that artist comes out from another door. Seeing this, Barnum goes to rescue Philip. And he is succeeded to bring her out safe and sound. But Philip loses his consciousness because of excessive smoke. Now Barnum was observing the burning of his dreams and the efforts before him. But it was in vain. He could not take a single action in spite of his willingness. Further, it is clear that the criminal who had set this circus on fire had been caught. It is also revealed with this that singer has also left his show. Because there was a printed news on the newspaper about that singer and him, when they both had come close each other. Charity loses her temper on Barnum when she witnesses this news. So she leaves to her father's house, taking her daughters and leaving Barnum. Being disappointed and sorrowful, Barnum moves to a bar. And he takes alcoholic drink there. Meanwhile, his circus members come there. In spite of this, Barnum had left them. They embrace him after forgiving him. And they say to him, "We all are like family. Our parents never supported us but Barnum did this at that time. Barnum is surrounded by troubles and he needs us. How can we leave him?" Then the ray of hope arises in Barnum again. It is seen in the hospital that, where Philip had come to his senses. He finds his friend Artist before him when he opens his eyes. Barnum also realizes his mistake there. So he once again moves to Charity's house to pick her. Barnum knows there that Charity is not at home at this time. Rather, she has gone to a beach to refresh her mood. So Barnum also goes to that beach and she encounters her there. He requests her, "Forgive me. It was me who always put you and our kids into trouble. Even you have given the ultimatum every time. It was me. It was my mistake. I do not give value of your single word. I was drowned into the lust of wealth. I was overambitious about my possessions. It was perhaps my wrong decision. It was my stupidity. But I have realized now and understand everything. What should I do or what should be avoided?" Hearing his words, Charity says to him, "I am not lusty. I just wished a sincere and loving person. I did not want anything more except this." Charity is also agreed, saying this, and they both embrace. Next day, Barnum tells the bad news to his circus members. That no bank is ready to give us loan. Our dream will be left unfulfilled at this time. That our circus may not be rebuilt. So it will better for all of you to return your homes. Then Philip comes forward and says to Barnum, "I had saved the money of my share." Where he also offers to Barnum 50% share. Barnum is agreed on this offer immediately. But they had also one more trouble. As they had money but not enough, that they may build a new building. So they start a circus in camp after purchasing a property. After a time, this circus camping also becomes so popular. And they get more success than previous one. And the people come to watch it from remote areas. Barnum assigns the commandment of circus to Philip, so he may spend most of his time with his wife and daughters. He had not enough money now, but he has a peaceful life now. He had a best family including his wife and the kids, which he wanted to search every time. But he was not recognizing them in the lust of wealth. He realizes this later, that the life is not the name to run after the wealth. It is rather to spend a good time with our loving. After it is seen that Barnum moves to his daughter's dance school to see his performance, riding on an elephant. It is witnessed that whole family is so excited. And the movie completes on this upbeat ending. Thanks for watching.